Hi, Leezee. Thank you so much for having me a guest on your show. Started in February when I was in Beijing. When in China, it was a big thing at that point. Didn't really hit the world until I guess late March. And by late March, I ended up back in Vancouver. It's been both a blessing as well as a massive inconvenience. It has been great because I've been able to spend a lot of time with my parents and my nephews. And I got to make up for a lot of lost time with them, especially my nephews, but also my parents, my brother, and sister-in-law. The worst part about this is that I'm separated from Ivy, my girlfriend. It doesn't seem like I'll be able to go back until October. And how we had this experience of being separated from each other for such a long time. When we are together, we can have a good laugh. I guess I was first year after graduating university, so roughly 25, is when I decided to enter the entertainment industry. Traditional Chinese parents weren't exactly the most supportive. I understand, I don't blame them. I actually am very thankful in a way that my dad wasn't so supportive. If my dad didn't object as much, I wouldn't have become as strong as I am now. In that way, I'm grateful that my father took me into account. I pursue my dream. Obviously, some people think it's crazy, but because of the gains and the wins and the success stories I have made up until now, I still believe that I can make it. There are people that are far more successful. There are people that are far less successful. But I'm in an area where I believe I have a chance. I studied psychology in university. After graduating with a degree in psychology, I studied at a few film schools here in Vancouver. A lot of acting is honestly just practice, a lot of rehearsal, a lot of overcoming your insecurities. I love exercise. And one of the reasons why I exercise so much is because I like looking good. Because when I look good, I honestly feel great. I've been training a lot of martial arts, wushu, Chinese kung fu, with a good friend, Leslie. Failure, I definitely believe, makes me. I'm not afraid of failure. I welcome opportunities to test myself and fail. Failure is an integral part of success. You need to fail. Being afraid of failure is one of the most dumb things that you could do or think of. I was in China at the time. I had no idea. I had no plans to shoot a Pakistani film. I am blessed beyond words to have had that opportunity. And when anyone asks me about my experience shooting Chalay, Saath and being in Pakistan and working with the other actors and filmmakers and talking with the fans and talking with regular people in Pakistan, I have nothing but amazing things to say. I love that experience. I'm so proud of myself for doing it, and I cherish it. I truly cherish all those memories. How did it happen? At the time, I had an agent in China. The producers of Chalay Saath Googled agency and came across this agent's website and found me or spoke with her, and then she recommended me. And over the next few days, I had a meeting over Skype with Beanish and Umer, had a nice talk, and got the role. It was kind of crazy, honestly. Just the idea of going to Pakistan and shoot a film literally blew my mind. But I'm so happy, obviously, that I made the choice to do it. And it just goes to show that a lot of what the media says about places are just absolute horse shit. I had a great time in Pakistan. Absolutely great time. Very, very different. How do I even begin to answer this question? Even by project, they're so different. Like, for example, CTS, we're in Hunza, we're in the mountains in northern Pakistan. We are nowhere near a studio or a city or all the amenities that we're usually used to. Mind you, it wasn't like we stayed at a really great hotel, but we're in the countryside and shooting on location, in the forest and next to rivers and on mountains and all this kind of stuff. So that in itself, like CTS in a nutshell for me, was like me living life. The character was a tourist or a traveler from China in Pakistan searching for, answers for his family's past. I'm an actor traveling to a foreign country, traveling to these exact same places that Adam is actually going through these experiences. And honestly, a lot of the emotionality and the character that I brought in was just me in real life. There was no green screen, like there wasn't no big sets. It was just us in these places, and I was already a foreigner. I don't understand when they spoke Urdu, so I didn't need to pretend like I did it because I didn't, And mind you, they didn't alienate me. All of us got along super well. So that part was obviously a little bit different, but like so much of it, I didn't need to fake, So in that way, shooting CTS was like, a working vacation. The way we were, Chalay, the TV show I did in China, we shot it rather quickly. I think I had 8 days or 7 days, not even on set. We shot in a house in the suburbs of Beijing, and not far from where I lived. I got driven home every morning, every night. So it was very comfortable in that way. It wasn't alien, it wasn't foreign, And that character, I didn't have the biggest role in that TV show. So there's a lot less responsibility or pressure. Maybe that's a better word. There's always responsibility. There wasn't so much pressure. I wasn't the lead. My character essentially flirts with Tiffany, and I had fun doing that. I just owned it and had fun. And I wasn't afraid of my Mandarin being bad because my character was from Hong Kong, and they actually wanted exactly my voice. I wasn't concerned that I was trying to sound like a local. And that way, there was less pressure there. And I had a lot of fun, as I said, playing the role. But I guess in a way, there was a lot of pressure because that director was rather well known in China. And Tiffany's obviously a massive star as well. And, I always want to make sure to do a good job. So there definitely was pressure there.